Let's get back to our project. I had to take a little break and now it's nighttime, but hey, that's not going to stop me from getting this done. I got a nice light here. I think you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so what I've got to do is strip this wire now. I'm just going to reach up in there, just like I did before. You know, hold it there above. You don't want to cut yourself as you're doing this. Reach up in there as far as you can and pull on this, and it kind of stretches it a little bit. And then you can saw that off. Looks like my box is ever so slightly loose. Probably have to tighten that up a little bit too. I can do that later. Okay, and I can cut these probably the same length as the other ones for right now. I'll end up doing something different in a minute. This will just get some of the excess out of here. Easier to cut one piece at a time, but you could cut all three if you want. Okay, now we don't have to really take stock of our wires and figure out which one went where, this, that, and the other thing. Okay, we're just hooking up a standard duplex outlet. And the first thing I do here is I just get everything resituated. So I want to reroute the ground wires, and I work on the ground wires first. And I want to situate them so that I know they're all, when I push them back, they're all going to go all the way into the back, you know? So that's what I do first. Push that back. I know that's going to go back there. I don't want it overlapping anything else because then it's going to fill up my box. Now see, this one is over this white wire, so I relocate that, get this white wire out of the way. Now I know that ground wire is going to go all the way back in there. And this short ground wire is going to go back in there, okay? So that's all I'm concerned with right now. Just want to push the black and white wires out of the way. And now I've got 3 ground wires here I'm going to be working with. So far so good. Now what I have to do is I got to connect all 3 of these ground wires together, because if you remember on the plug, here's our existing plug that we had. We had 1 ground wire connected to it, and there's only 1 screw for that. Right here on the side, this little green screw. Okay, so we've got to hook these together. Now, how are we going to do that? You've been watching some of my other videos. You probably already know how I'm going to do that. I'm going to start with the shortest wires. Okay, I got 2. I'm just going to deal with these shorter 2 ground wires. I'll leave the long one for later, okay? Don't worry about that long one right now. Just get that out of the way. I'm going to take a little ground cap, I call it. Just a little coupling like that. And I'm going to put these 2 together, but before I do that, I'm going to take these, I'm going to wrap them over each other and give them a couple spins. That. I've got to get my pliers out. I'm going to give it a couple twists with the pliers just to keep it nice and tight back there. Hang on to that, twist that. Just a couple times. Don't do it too many because you could break off one of those. Okay? Now that's going to keep those together. But what I'm also going to do is put the little ground cap on there. I'm going to push that back in there and I'm going to smash that on there. And they have a little something on wire strippers like this. Sometimes they got a little nib right there and you can put that on there and dimple that right on there. But these These are the cheapos. This one doesn't have it. This is the only ones I have, and I've been using these forever. So I just do it with a pair of pliers. I try to smash that on there. I grab the edge of it and pinch it on further, like that. Well, that's not going anywhere. Okay, now I put that up above the twist just a little bit. Cut the short one off now. See, that's why I wanted to work with this short one. I'm just going to cut that off about 3/8 or so away from the end. I'm going to take that and I'm going to bend that up and over that. And then I'm just going to smash that down with my pliers. Like that. Got those two connected. Kind of push that back in there a little bit. Okay? I'm going to do the same thing now with these two wires here, the ground wires. That's why I leave this long one. Okay? Just take that, wrap it over there, give it a couple spins, just like before. Simple. Grab that. I'll twist it on there a couple times. Another ground cap. Do electrical, you got to have those ground caps, because this is how you do these ground wires. This is the quickest, easiest way. You could put a wire nut back there, but then you'd have to put a pigtail out, four wires, and then a big wire nut. And I don't want to fill the box up, do I? If I fill that box up, I might have a hard time getting the plug back in there too. So that's why they use these. Okay. Cut this back 3/8 or so. Take that and bend that up like that. Take my pliers, smash that over. That just does something to get rid of that edge. Plus, it kind of folds over in case that clamp gets loose or something. Okay, now I can grab that with my pliers, push it all into the box. Get it all the way back there. That's why I like to deal with the long wire last. Okay, and I know when I put this plug back in, the ground wire screw is on the bottom left. Okay, so I can rearrange this ground wire. Actually, it's probably fine where it's at. But I think I want to, yeah, because it's so long, I can rearrange it. I can get it back in there like that. Okay? I know I'm not going to need that much wire coming out for that ground wire. I like to make them like no less than 5 or 6 inches, because I don't do it very often. You know, fine, I'll just take my tape measure and measure it. You know, I'm just kind of getting this end all nice and straight. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna do. Now that's no different than the plug up high. You remember? Look at this box, it's loose. What's going on with that? I have to fix that.